welcome back to our tutorials in Word 2016, and in this video we're going to take a look at some tools you can use to provide provenance to some of the text you might be writing, and also a couple of lookup features that they've included in Word that may make your life just that little bit easier. So moving swiftly along, the first thing I want to show you is a new feature in Word 2016. You will not see this in 2013 or older versions, and it's a concept called Smart Lookup. You can do this on an individual word, or you can do it on an actual phrase. The testing I've done, it seems to work better on an individual word because it's a better defined object, but you can try it on a sentence or anything like, or even a whole paragraph if you want. So what Smart Lookup is, it's a way of literally smartly and cleverly looking up for definitions in terms of information about something you've written. So actually, let me just scroll out of the document slightly here. So I'm going to pick the word document here. I've just got that one. I've just picked a word at random. Let's go document. I've double clicked it to select it. And what I can do now is I can choose right click, and I've got this option here called Smart Lookup. So I click that. What Word now does, now you need to be online and connected to the internet when you're doing this. It comes up with some information about what you've selected. So you've got some standard English information here about noun and the verb. So, and if you wanted, if you were looking for that information, you could just right click that, select over it, control copy it. Could you paste that in? And you can paste that into your document there. Subject to copyright, etc. So that's one option. But if you scroll further down, you have some items from Wikipedia it's found and other web searches. So it's trying to look up stuff for you that you might find useful. So it's found a Wikipedia article. Perhaps document wasn't the best choice because it's a fairly limited word, but to illustrate the point, what you can do is you can actually drag the article or hyperlink to the article onto your document. So if you were compiling an academic paper or something like that, or something where you needed to prove your sources, you could select the text you got the source from, do a search, and drag it over. So that's done a Wikipedia link there, but it doesn't need to be Wikipedia. I can drag in, what does this do? There's something about, I can click on more. I've got some other articles here. The document file format, for instance, I can drag that over. That's another Wikipedia article. Lots more things there, because it's all coming from Wikipedia. Go back. I can ask it just to define it for me. But if you see any images, you can actually drag those on as well. So I can drag that image into my document. Now it appears to be an album cover of some kind, but you get the idea. This isn't particularly applicable, but if I was using a better word, in fact, let me delete that. I'm going to delete these hyperlinks and close that down. I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to do it for the word video. Right click, Smart Lookup. Okay, so now we've got some, I go to explore, nothing found. Interesting. Try reading. Must confess this may not work too well because of the standard text I've got. If I type the word artistic in there, irrespective of the fact it doesn't make sense to my article, right click, smart, no, I don't want to do a new comment, Smart Lookup. There we go, that's much better. Okay, so now you get the idea. You've got some Wikipedia articles, you've got some image ideas. So if you were trying to do your document and insert some pictures, you could have gone to insert and pictures like we've done earlier and then search for something. But this is a much cleverer way of finding something, maybe something more applicable. So if I can just drag this picture on, and then I can do the standard image formatting that we've done earlier on it. So I'm just going to delete that. Now this does draw heavily from Wikipedia, and there's actually another way to get just the Wikipedia site as well. If I go to home, so if I go to insert and Wikipedia, this brings up the standard Wikipedia bit. Close that down, and I can search within Wikipedia for what I'm looking for here. So if I typed document, it's brought up the first Wikipedia article I can find. Can I drag that over? No, I can't. But you can then use this to select what information you might find useful and reference it, that kind of thing. The other lookup I want to show you, if I close that down, let's go with the word video again. Select that. If I right click it again, I can ask Word to translate this. If I click on translate, it comes up here. Now, the first time you run that, it may give you a warning saying it's going to send that over an untrusted, unsecure internet connection. So you need to make a decision about whether you're happy doing that. I'm only sending the word video across the internet here, so I'm quite happy. But if this was a sensitive document and you were trying to translate it that way, I would probably do it word for word or get a professional to do it rather than asking it Word to translate your entire document for you. But you can see here, it's searched for the word video. I want a translation. But you can see I've got these other references here, which we'll come to in a moment. And I can choose from all these languages. I want it in Polish. It pauses. Insert. You can see it's not much different video, but there we go. If I wanted that as Norwegian, it's video. Probably but not the best word. Let's try Thai. There we go. Insert. You can see it really makes a difference there. You can ask it to translate the whole document. And it's going to give me that warning I mentioned to you again. Okay. I'm going to translate my entire document into Thai, or it's going to try to at least. And it's doing it in a web browser. So rather than doing the whole document translation in my document, it's brought this up in a web browser using Microsoft Translator. I have no idea whether that's right or not, but you can see it's made a good effort actually translating the document. So I'm just going to close that down now. There we go. So that's translation, that's Smart Lookup, and that's Wikipedia Lookup. Fairly simple options to use, and you have to play around with them to get the right results. You do have to have the right amount of text selected, ideally an individual word that's got some good lookup characteristics, but you can see it's something worth playing with in there if you're trying to add some references in. So that's it for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.